straight to it, didn't you?
I know.
Because
You've got to press the airplane.
there's an aeroplane on top. You know now.
Just look for the airplane here.
Hi, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, I'd like to wish you all a happy new year. You're hereby summoned to attend an extraordinary meeting of Hemsworth Town Council to be held in the council chambers, Hemsworth Town Council Community Centre, Bullenshaw Road, Hemsworth, commencing at 2 PM on the 2nd of January 2025 for the purpose of transacting the following business. Just before I get started, can I just say it became apparent after the last meeting that probably inadvertently members of the public may have been recorded. Could I please just inform everybody the council's media policy is the photography, recording, filming or other reporting of a child or vulnerable adult as a council or committee is not permitted unless the adult responsible for them has given permission. We're fine to record, I'm not saying we don't record, just please don't record the audience, make sure it's coming to us, and if you are recording, please declare it so it's all open and transparent. Does anybody want to declare recording?
I am.
Council, obviously.
I am.
Thank you. Right, so that's that. So, item number 1, apologies for absence.
No, not received, Chair.
Thank you. Item number 2, declarations of interest. No. Item number 3, finances. To consider transferring funds from reserves and/or to consider obtaining a loan.
Yeah, Chair. So, obviously it was reported at the last council meeting that we're looking unlikely to have enough funds in our accounts to see us to the end of the year, and looking at being around 52,000 in deficit at the end of the year. So our options really are to obtain a loan or to transfer money from our CCLA deposit and investment funds. The loan I would advise against. Interest rates are quite high. We're looking at interest rates of 9% plus fees of over 7%. With a minimum term of 12 months and named persons on the loan, who could have to be individuals, staff members or councillors, would be held personally responsible for the loan should the council default, which I feel is too high a risk, so I would recommend against that, which leaves us with the money in our CCLA funds. We presently have £30,000 in the deposit account, which I would recommend transferring into our general accounts. And the value, the sale value at present of our investment fund is £196,702. Obviously we're looking at being around 50,000 in deficit at the year end. We also have an issue with cash flow in the meantime. We're still waiting on some debtors. So I would recommend withdrawing £100,000 from the CCLA investments accounts.
Okay, and then funds once paid back from the April. You said?
Once paid
then
back,
funds go back in.
once paid back from the precept, yeah, they should be reinvested, as obviously that depletes our reserves otherwise.
Okay. Councillors, open up to you. Any questions?
How much have we got in bank as of today?
The bank,
In all its accounts?
our accounts. I don't have today's balance. The last balance I have for December was £82,000.
I'd like to query that. So at last meeting, I was given bank statements, which stated we had.
Sorry, what was that?
It's to do with this, Sean,
Today's meeting is about approving this money.
and it's about lying.
It's not lying.
You've lied to the public.
I have not lied to public, sorry. I
You
refute
have
that.
misled councillors and the
I
public.
refute that accusation.
Right, so let me start then.
Okay, quickly please.
The bank statements that were given to me on the 16th of December,
Yes,
you refuted and said they were dated the 30th of November.
there were.
So we have 149,000 in our account on the 30th of November, if that's all we had in.
I'm not
I don't know where
That's on the paperwork I was given. On the 30th of November, we had 149,000 in the...
On the
At
day.
30th of November, there was 149,000 in there and 30,000 in reserves. Andrew did say, on record and on video, on the 5th of December, we had roughly 180,000 left. But you refuted that and said, oh, we've got on the 30th of November 65,000. So,
I've never said 65,000.
we're right or wrong then?
Don't know, but that's not relevant to this.
It
So,
is because
councillor,
you're asking us to borrow money.
not borrow money. Asking you to transfer money. We're asking to do what was done last year, but we're doing it open and transparent to the public, so that everybody's aware of what is happening, which is what people have been asking, and that's what we're doing.
So where's our paperwork?
So we haven't done it yet. That's why we're having this meeting.
So how can we agree to transfer money when we've not got the paperwork?
There's no paperwork.
Sorry.
What paperwork are you wanting? What paperwork are you wanting?
We want to know business plan, assets. We want everything. We want what's in bank accounts.
Those
Did
were
we have it last year?
yeah, no, we didn't have none last year either. So, Councillor Fernie, if I've had you on for quite a while, then I'll come to Councillor Conway.
I've only one question.
Sorry,
Chair.
Councillor Bacon. Sorry.
Right, I've only one question. It's a serious question. I want you to tell me why we've got into this situation in the beginning. Right?
Do you
That's
really
one.
want to go
That's
into my
one.
voices?
Hang on a minute. That's one. The chair, both the chair and deputy chair has been lying to both the councillors and the public.
Refute that, I've not lied to anyone.
Like that last year, then it was
Hang on,
not these
councillors,
people.
please.
Hang on.
Please let Councillor Bacon say his question. Please, Councillor Bacon.
Hello, Mr. Kendall. I'm talking to the chair. I'm not talking through it without the chair.
Excuse me, Mr. Chair.
Right.
I have called Councillor.
Right,
So please
right,
continue.
okay. Can you tell me why we've got into this situation? Because you've been lying to meet the... excuse me, Chair. The previous meeting, which I won't hear about, that's what I've been told about, but the one before that, I mean, you've said, the council's got enough money in funds. How come? Suddenly, we have enough money in funds, now we haven't got money in funds.
So, I'll
Explain to me why, please.
I'll answer that very first question first. The very last question
the first question
The
first.
first question is, we believe there was enough to get us over the fund to the end of the year. We believe that, and we said we believe. We didn't say definitely, we said we believe. So we are 52,000,
Yeah,
53,000 pounds,
exactly.
right? Which is a drop in the ocean. The 268,000 we lost the previous year. That is why we are in this state. If you look at it another way, we are saving £200,000 plus on the previous year of not losses. That's your question. Councillor Conway?
Yeah, well, first of all, this meeting, like you said, is about requesting to transfer funds. It's not to do with what happened last year, not to do whatsoever. That's just like stabbing somebody back. You stab somebody back and say, at least I cleaned the blade.
Can I come back on there? I was asked why we're in this position. Told you why we're in this position. It
Right.
goes back to, and I will say, it doesn't only go back that, it goes back to 2019,
Right, can I
where
just
every,
finish then?
where every year there was at least £150,000 overspend.
It was certainly
Give it-
150 the year before
give
last
or
year.
take.
There's been another.
So it's not just last year, it's the last previous few years up to 2019 where there's been no management. We've managed to cut it down to 50,000. We're hoping next year, and there will be a meeting at the end of this month with councillors who want to attend and the public, even though that's what I have said and that is what was said, contrary to posts on Facebook, where just to discuss how we can save money and how we can improve things.
Right, can
So
I finish now?
that's your first question. I'll continue in a second, yeah?
Right, but it's part of the same question. It's not really last year, or, you know, that's just, it isn't. Right, 2 weeks ago, less than 2 weeks ago,
Can Councillor Conway, excuse me, can Councillor Conway please ask his
less
question?
than 2 weeks ago, Councillor Bacon and both Councillor Whitehead, in fact, Councillor Whitehead said you're going to be shortfall, you've only got 50-odd thousand in, you're both ridiculed it. Now just let me finish, Becca. And the vice chair then said, recently, myself, as chair of the finance company, I've just come out to a meeting with Andrew, and we're very, very pleased. So, what's happening that 2 weeks? As long as there are no overspends.
I'll come back, I'll let you come back and I'll come back. Can I be honest with you? This is an overspend of £52,000. The fact that it's not an overspend or over budget of £268,000, yes, I am pleased. Yes, it's not ideal, but he's on the right track. Becca, would you like to come in?
We're waiting on invoices. This is why we're down, because we are currently waiting on roughly £50,000 in invoices to come back into the account. So we're 50 grand down in invoices that haven't been paid. So there's a deficit. And we are, it is relevant to mention last year, because as this council, decisions were made last year that have had to come out of this year's money that obviously we wouldn't have budgeted for because they were made just after the budget.
Yes.
So it is relevant to talk about last year.
If some of the non-budgeted from what was decided previous to budget had not been done, then we would not be in this deficit.
Exactly.
Councillor McGuinness?
You just stated that we've made savings this year of £200,000.
No, we have not overspent like this to 200,000 compared to last year, is what I'm saying.
I think your words were that we've made a saving.
Okay, I may have misspoke. What I meant was, previous year 268,000, this year 52, 53. There's a difference then of 200,000 of overspend. Over budget's a better word.
Can you explain where that's been saved?
Off the top of my head at the moment, no. But it can be, as Councillor Rushmore has just said, that there is lots of budgets where we've taken more income in, I think it's fair to say.
Oh, yeah.
We've saved on things down, just not spending them, just keeping an eye on things. As we're all aware, we all got quoted for repairs to the park was going to cost us 50, 60,000, perhaps £30,000 or something to get the play world going, or more possibly. Can't know off the top of my head. We got that down to definitely under 10,000.
We paid twice for play.
We paid twice for play world. So a lot of work by staff, it's not by councils, I've got to get this show, by staff has gone on to try and keep costs to a minimum.
They only put past to spend £10,000 on it, by all councils.
That was for the slide.
No, it was for
But
play.
it wasn't. But it was.
It was for the paths and everything.
But it
in
wasn't
Play
done.
World.
The slide wasn't done correctly and had to be redone because it was a shambles.
Did we make a claim on that, considering the fact that the contractors didn't do it?
We certainly didn't make a
We
claim.
didn't make a claim. I believe that the contractors did what they was instructed to do by people, shall we say?
By council. Not people,
Us.
by council.
Us.
No, by
The
council.
council.
The council.
Thank you.
I wouldn't have got an interior joiner, just an outdoor slide, so no, I'm not.
So, is there any more questions, ladies and gents?
So, you stated we've got 52.
No,
we've
we're
got
going to be.
You stated we've got 82,000 that were on the 19th of December. That's what it was in bank accounts. That's what you stated in the meeting.
Correct. Yeah.
We are spending £100,000 to £110,000 a month. You will not have enough with £130,000 to take us to March. You want to know where I get £100,000 a month from?
No.
Andrew, am I wrong or am I right?
Certainly at the peak, yeah, expenditure can be
At the
£100,000
peak.
a month.
So we need 300,000 to take us to April.
So Andrew, are we at its peak now?
No.
Because you're deferring things.
We're not
You're
deferring.
not deferring things.
You've got wages.
The only people
You've got
who
national
defer the accounts
insurance.
is you when you want
Wages.
approval.
It's
You've got
financial.
Oh, can we have point of order, please? Talk through via the
Chair.
chair.
Just to mention as well, Chair, there is projected income of 50,000 for the last quarter and debtors of around 55,000.
So there's 100.
So there's 100,000 of
Yeah.
projected income there.
Projected
So again,
income from
If we don't get that £50,000 in from the debtors, where do we start?
The only option then would be to take further money out.
Take further money out. So this is why we're doing this now. We're being open and upfront to the public, yourselves, to say we are going to have to borrow some money. We're going to have to transfer some. Sorry, we're going to have to transfer some money by the looks of it. So that will be the proposal I put forward, and then it will be brought. So it has been brought to the council to do this. If we need any more, I would probably suggest that we could put it within this motion, but everybody would be informed of it at the time.
well, I would put it that you need to get the figures right so you don't have to come back to council to do another loan.
Either way.
You're referring to the
Hang
fact.
on, excuse me. Councillor Conway's got his hand up. We can start having some structure. Councillor Conway.
Transferring funds, don't you need to apply for that? And is the
That's why we're doing it now, Councillor Conway.
How long is it?
3 days? 4 days?
Well, I'm not sure. It usually doesn't usually take long. But,
Within a week, normally.
So within a week you can transfer funds?
Yes.
well,
So that's
within the month.
Within the month anyway. So that's why we're doing it now. We're planning in front. We're getting in front before we get caught out.
Is that
If
from
you're
the
planning in front, we
property?
won't have to transfer funds, will
Sorry?
we? If you're planning in front, we won't have to transfer
Sorry, I
funds.
can't hear because I can't ask you. Sorry.
If he's planned in front, we won't have to transfer funds.
That's what the budget was for.
That's what the budget was for, which was before we was there. That was.
Exactly why we asked for a financial inquiry last year. Because you keep saying we overspent last year.
We did.
Yeah, but we inherited an overspend as well.
I've said that.
No, you didn't. It's all last
Okay.
year's. All last year's.
Can I just ask Andrew, you're saying it takes 3 days.
Sorry,
No, I said 3 days.
that's
Andrew
not-
corrected me.
I would expect it to be obtainable within the month.
That is from the reserves, or is that from the property
That's
fund?
from the property fund.
The property funds stay and it's in standing out in finances. That is a 90-day waiting.
I'd have to look into that, but in the past I have known money transferred a lot quicker than that.
So we're going against his own financial regulations. It states 90 days, and that's short notice. You've got to put notice in to take funds out.
Legally.
Yes.
Yeah, so we won't. So how are we going against the legal financial regulations if we apply for it and we get the money within the legal time? We're not.
It's going to take you 90 days.
I believe it's different. I've been told it's different by
But
other
what if it's
people.
not, Sean?
Well, it's not.
Should have all been checked up before you come to council.
This should have all been checked up and
It
done.
should have all been checked up before you come to council. Yeah, it should have. That's why we're in this mess.
We're in this mess. We're in this mess. We're trying to get out of it. We have done a hell of a lot better than last year. Done a hell of a lot better than the previous year before, and the year before that, and the year before that. We are getting there. We're down to 52,000, not 268,000 and 150,000. So we are getting there. It is improving through a lot of hard work, as I said, mainly from the staff who are doing all the hard work. We sit here, we argue, we vote. It's the staff that are doing the work, and it's the staff who's doing this. So I think we've discussed this. Anybody got anything else? Quick question, Nick, quickly.
Well, question is, all this money we're borrowing out of reserves. Now you tell me before and when I come back after being ill in hospital all them weeks. Now you tell me, and Chair, Clerk, all this money that we borrowed out of reserves is supposed to be getting paid back.
Which money?
The money that we borrowed last time out of
We
reserves.
didn't borrow the money last time out of reserves. We had nothing to do with
You
that.
keep saying we, it's us. We are a collective.
No, sorry. Order, please. The first lot of money come out, I wasn't even on this council. Or neither was Becca, neither was Vicky. So no, not all of us. And nobody knew about it.
Nobody. All
whatever reason.
councillors.
Nobody. That's not this argument. This is about borrowing money. So
Well, stop blaming just them.
Ernie.
It's weird.
Right, my question is now, Chair. I'm getting
This is the final question.
No, today I'm getting fed up with it. Is Councillor Kendall there? Is chirping it.
Please, Kate, please look. This is
It's Chair, every time either I ask a question or anybody this side asks a question is overriding Chair. Chair wants to do something about it.
I agree with everybody because there's been more than Councillor Kenyon. Councillor Whitehead has done it. Sorry, Kendall. Kendall's done it. Ian's done it for a little bit.
Not done it this meeting.
I've got Peggy muttering and laughing and joking. So it's more than Councillor Kendall.
Yeah, but Chair.
I've been here smirking and laughing.
And can you remember this is all in front of the public?
This is the public.
Oh, sit in a
So I
table
agree.
and want
This
to know
is
exactly what's
not
going
just
on.
this meeting. It's every meeting that we've
No,
been to.
Order! I'll close the meeting now.
That's it.
Order, this meeting will go into
It needs something doing.
I agree, 100%. Sadly, there's not a lot I can do.
Yeah, okay.
Then we're going to go to vote.
Right. You know all these debtors what we've got. How long have they been owing us money?
They're all recent.
Recent ones.
Within the current financial year, sir.
Right. So they haven't been withholding the money on purpose then?
No.
Because if they have, they should be taken to court.
They should
pay
be,
us
no.
That's correct, Chair. Yeah.
Yeah.
These are all within.
These are all within.
Within the time limit.
So,
Yeah.
I can ask for a recorded vote on this.
Yeah.
And your proposal is to take money from the...
My recommendation.
Sorry. Is to
Take 30,000 from the deposit account.
take the 30,000 from... I'll say it loud.
And we've
Take
got
30,000 from the deposit account. Can I have a bit of order, please, so people say they can't hear what we're saying? So at least we're trying to explain here what we're saying. So the proposal is going to take out 30,000 from the deposit account, which will leave that at zero.
and withdraw 100,000.
And withdraw 100,000 from the
investments.
investment account. And then any money left over at the end of the year will be put directly back in, and then it will be built back up again to current figures.
Yeah.
When the precept is paid. So that is the proposal I am making. Have we got a seconder?
Is that a risk to parishioners? Are these aware that...
That's the proposal I've made. We've explained it. That's the proposal we've made.
These have a right to know how you're paying this money back.
We've said that.
That's what you said, and that's what was said last year.
No, that's what we said. We've just said it in a motion.
Are you going to put poll tax up? Are you putting council tax up to get this back?
Can you please stop butting in? Put your hand up.
And this meeting's illegal.
No, it's
You
not.
didn't give 10 days notice.
No, we did.
No, you didn't.
Anyway, that's the proposal. Have I got a seconder?
Councillor Ishmael.
Councillor Schmott, all four. There's the proposal. All against?
Sorry, Chair, can we keep
Oh, sorry.
it's
Recorded.
recorded, yeah.
Sorry, yeah, all four this. All against? Yeah, see hands up, please, ladies and gents.
It's 5 much.
Abstentions?
Extensions is everyone.
Abstentions, yes. So that's the item 3. Although it's not on the agenda, I will allow a brief time for public question time if the public wants to ask any questions. Public.
I didn't get the chance to ask my question before the vote.
Linda at the back. This is public question time.
Yeah, but I think you've entitled.
Well, actually, council only entitled to one question. He has had more than that, but I will allow you to have one question.
So, to pay this money back in, you have to be transparent. Chances of the precepts going up.
That will be discussed at the budget setting meeting.
Which is set in
Which is when?
Yeah, we discussed at the next finance committee and approved at the next, the full-time council meeting in February.
probably almost guaranteed we'll have to increase the precepts to pay back.
The precept will have to increase by is it inflation or
It will have to increase.
have to increase anyway to move to stand still.
Doesn't have to.
To stand still, it has to move forward. But that's up to councillors if they want to. You know, it's okay. So Linda, your question please.
Yeah, on the budget.
Can you speak up please? I can't hear. I really there's cars at back of me.
Sorry, I can speak as well.
Then would you like to come
Like to come forward
Linda?
so we can hear you then, because we honestly can't hear you.
I can hear, Chair.
Okay.
If you like to say a question, I can repeat
Yeah,
it.
so no, the clerk can hear you, I can't.
Right. On the question of budgets, you've stated, Sean, that we've overspent year on year since 2019,
Overspent was probably the wrong word. We have under budget, is that a correct word?
which is the same as overspent.
Yes.
It seems that this council is not able to keep spend within budget.
That's
Would you
been the
agree
case.
with that?
That is the case
Yeah,
at the moment.
even this financial year.
Yes.
Yeah. It seems also that you said you couldn't answer the question of how we've reduced the costs this year.
By not doing a lot of the budget stuff.
What I'm getting at is most councils by now, by this time in the financial year, have looked at least one draft budget for next year. This council hasn't. It seems that you ignore the budget figures completely. Throughout this year, you've not had the budget report come to council. Cost centre by cost centre. You've said, Sean, that we've done this, we've done that, but it's never come to council to read. It's always been yourself and whoever's been involved.
I'll just come back there, as I've stated there, it's not you us who save the money, it's the staff who are doing all the hard work. So I'm not taking credit for all these savings
No.
at all. The council should not taking credit, the council staff.
I'm not blaming and I'm not saying credit should go elsewhere. I'm saying this council needs to be involved in the budget setting process. The process as laid down should have been started last November for next year. It's not begun. It's going to come to council in early February for the first time, and that'll be the first time the council have seen the budget.
It'll be shared with council before.
It'll be shared with council as well before.
Yeah, but you can't have a council meeting and discuss it and to say, and give Andrew instructions then to say how to adjust it. You've missed that opportunity now.
If we miss that opportunity, it'll be a lesson to build it for next year. And that's all I can say, to be honest with you. I cannot say nothing else.
How can you set
any
a
more?
budget like this?
Any more questions?
It's incredible.
Well, do all the councillors understand how to build a budget? Do they
Probably-
understand how the budget has been built by whoever has built the budget?
To be fair, I wouldn't expect all councillors to know how to build a budget.
But they have to have input into the budget.
You have to have input, but
You're talking
because every
about-
councillor, as much as you're laughing and murking, Councillor Whitehead, have their own separate skills what they should bring to the council.
Yeah, they don't.
And some do not good at budgets. Some
So-
do know more about budgets.
So
I'm not
who
saying they
builds
don't.
the
You've got
budget?
a fully
Who
qualified
builds the
person.
budget?
On a council.
Do you know council?
Does
No,
the
she's not.
clerk build the
But
budget
she's
or the
telling you.
council?
Who's fully qualified?
I don't know. Anyway, we're getting into rows and
No,
litigation.
you're not answering the question. The public question time. And the public.
I'll ask you a question. And your question was?
The question is, who builds the budget for the councillors to approve?
It's drafted
It's drafted by staff.
myself or my colleague, that's by members of staff,
Members of-
and
members
approved
of-
by the council.
It's drafted by members of the staff,
Right.
and the clerk will send that out to councillors.
And the council then rubber stamp it.
Yes,
Oh, yes.
councillors. I'm not saying that.
Well, all right. How is the budget phased over the 12 months? Who does the phasing of the budget so that the council can check the actuals against the budget? Or am I confusing everybody? Have I got it wrong?
That's done by the budget report,
Oh,
go to
good.
finance committee.
Thankfully, that's why
And
there's
then
a finance committee.
Well,
So that's got this. I've just had it clarified. That is done in the budget reports, which then go to the finance committee.
So the finance committee approved the budget or not?
No, the council approves the budget. The finance committee, the reports, as you say, in the quarterly reports, whatever they are then put to the finance committee.
All right, so there's careful control over the budget amounts against the actual
So that's why we
on a regular
So that's why we've had better control this year than previous years.
You'll forgive me for asking this question, but I'm not filled with confidence of the answers that we get here most of the time throughout the year. We need for the people who build the budget to present the spend at regular intervals throughout the year, so that the public, if the council can't do it, then the members of the public that may be able to do it can check actual spend against budgeted amounts.
Something
Well,
walking.
next thing
It's
is-
just something walking to. There's another member of the public with a hand up at the back.
All right.
Carol? Linda, sorry. Because I've seen Callum calling me out.
So you've got a set of financial regulations.
Yeah.
And as a council, you've agreed those financial regulations, and those are the rules that the town clerk has to abide by.
Yes.
Right.
Well, as the council has to abide by.
No,
As the council has to abide by. Not that one
no,
specific.
it's the RFO has to stick to the financial regulations.
Linda, please come down here, we can't
I
hear.
can
No,
hear the chair, and
sorry,
I'll
Angela.
relay the question if needed.
Go on, sorry. Continue.
So there's lots of things in the financial regulations that haven't been done this financial year and previous financial years. Are you aware of, as a council, what those financial regulations that
I have seen the financial regulations, yes.
Are you aware what's not been done?
Off verbatim, off the top of my head. No, I don't. I cannot know everything.
Has the finance committee ever received a quarterly budget report?
Yes.
Cost centre by cost centre.
Not costing
Yes.
money.
We've only had 2 meetings.
That's in the financial regulations to be produced.
Noted.
No.
Anybody? Any more questions? Tell you had a question.
I thought it's not important.
Yeah, we're answering
No, it's important.
Gerald's question.
Excuse me. It is important, and that's why we've noted it. If it wasn't important, I wouldn't have responded.
Well, you should know that as chair, but without me pointing it out. It's fundamental to
Tell us.
financial control.
Answering Gerald's question, we have got people looking into finances. We get 860,000 per year preset money. That works out at £71,000 a month. We are currently spending over £100,000 a month.
Yeah.
That is a £30,000 overspend every month, which is 400,000 plus a year.
Which
We have
brings me
got
to the
to-
next question.
Yes.
So, according to according to a meeting not so long ago, we take £40,000 a month down at Park, to what you were saying.
Who said that? No, it didn't.
That's just on, that's on 1 month, it was an example.
So we try to
Brings
say.
me to my next question or statement. We're paying a lot of, making excuses about debtors
Yeah.
collection.
It's
But
not
we're
an
making
excuse.
no mention of the creditors that we keep hemorrhaging our money to through that place down at the park there. And the council allowing all this overspend and not really questioning it.
I'll come back to you there. 100% agree with you. That is why the lakeside is being tendered out. We're just waiting for finalisation of contract before we can announce who it is, which will then save us having to spend the money down there. Any more questions?
Can I just finish answering Gerald?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've lost that train of thought.
Okay.
So
Also, I got the picture.
there's creditors and there's overspend, and also Hemsworth Town Council has debts itself. These have not been taken into consideration either.
Before we have,
We've got Saul's.
That's still been. Yeah.
But that should have been added
No,
on,
I can't
Sean.
That
Should
was
have
this
been
year.
paid, we voted
No.
to pay.
So I'm having one last question from.
You're passing on too quickly and you're not giving these members of the public true story.
I'm not what trust are they?
They deserve to know the truth.
I don't say they don't.
Talk
Yeah,
about
they
that
do.
last year then,
Yeah, they
Carol.
do. Tell them.
Our money that were wasted.
Yeah.
Tell
Getting
them.
to
They
the
resist
clerk,
it, Gary.
so we
Why
need-
can't do it?
Right.
Councillor
And he's
Beck.
got-
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm fed up with all these rowing and cross rowing. The meeting is closed. Thank you very much. Sorry for that, Gerald. We just said it's ending chaos. Discussing stuff that they can't speak about in public.
It's not good enough, really.
I don't forget anything I'm fighting against.
Yeah, but
I'll sort that.